This is the story of how 6 death row inmates managed to pull off a daring escape before their executions. The mastermind. On May 31, 1983, 6 prisoners made their escape right under the noses of the guards at Mecklenburg Correctional Center, Virginia, an incredibly secure prison known to keep the worst of the worst. The 2 men who played a pivotal role in the escape were known as the Briley brothers, Linwood and James Briley. The brothers found themselves in prison and on death row after going on a heinous crime spree that rocked the country. The spree included the robbery and sexual assault of a 76-year-old woman, causing her death, and the robbery and beating to death with a baseball bat of a 62-year-old nurse, to name a few of their crimes. The other 4 criminals were named Lim Tuggle, Derek Peterson, Earl Clanton, and Willie Jones. All murderers and serial killers. In fact, among the 6 of them, they had murdered a combined 17 people. The first phase of the plan. The inmates had been surveying the guards for years, learning their patterns and devising the ultimate escape plan. And on the evening of May 31st, they sprang their plan into action. One escapee, Earl Clanton, slipped into the guards' restroom, a restroom that was conveniently located next to the control room, which controlled the jail cell doors. About an hour later, James Briley requested that a guard in the control room bring him a book from another prisoner who was in the opposite side of the prison. Request that the guard was suspiciously happy to oblige. Once the guard left the control room unguarded, everything was in place. Clanton made his way in, pushed the buttons, and opened all the cell doors, immediately causing chaos in the prison. The prisoners heavily outnumbered the guards, and there was little that they could do to fight back. Inmates used their hands and whatever weapons they could find to severely beat the guards, strip them of their uniforms, and lock them in the cells. The bomb threat. With the first phase complete and the guards inside the prison subdued, the next problem was how exactly they were going to make it past the heavily guarded outside walls of Mecklenburg Prison. However, the gang had planned for this as well. Having successfully subdued the guards and taken over the communication system, they forced one guard with a knife to his throat to radio the guards on the outside, claiming there was a bomb threat, except of course there was no bomb. Just as they planned, a van with a bomb disposal squad was dispatched to the prison to dispose of the bomb. Upon their arrival, the deadly 6 descended on them, beat them up, and stole their uniforms. They were the bomb squad now. The escape. As the 6 men exited the prison, they covered their faces with helmets and carried a stretcher with them. On the stretcher was what appeared to be a bomb with a blanket thrown over it. One escapee was spraying it with a fire extinguisher to make the situation look authentic, but in reality it was actually just a portable TV under the blanket. They put the fake bomb in the van and drove past the prison barricades straight to freedom. They had stolen $758 and enough civilian clothes for their escape. And just like that, these 6 men had escaped death row, but not for long. Nowhere to hide. Despite the daring escape, the 6 men didn't get very far. Earl Clanton and Derek Peterson were recognized by 2 patrol officers the very next morning. Even though they had changed out of their prison clothes, they were promptly arrested. Lim Tuggle and Willie Jones were caught as they were trying to escape to Canada. Tuggle was caught after robbing a gift shop for $80 while on his way to get gas. Jones lost in a strange location, called the police, and turned himself in when Tuggle didn't return. The Briley brothers were the last to get caught, finally getting tracked down 19 days later at a garage shop where they were working with fake names and false identities. Linwood was executed in 1984 and James in 1985. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.